Ukraine has imposed stricter border controls on Russian men trying to enter the country. Russia's flag carrier Aeroflot on April 17th issued a statement warning passengers that men between the ages of 16 and 60 would be denied entry unless they had proof of a reason to visit, such as family ties or an invitation from a business or individual, or were traveling with their families. Kiev has accused the Kremlin of stirring up trouble in Ukraine's eastern provinces, a charge denied by Russian President Vladimir Putin, who on April 17th rejected claims of Russian special forces presence in eastern Ukraine. Putin also admitted to lying on March 4th when he famously denied Russian troops had invaded Ukraine's Crimean Peninsula.
One can go into any army surplus store and buy such uniforms. These are local self-defense forces in Crimea.
In fact, Russia invaded Crimea in late February and formally annexed the peninsula a month later after a sham referendum only recognized by a few countries. Ukraine's announcement of stricter border controls drew a sharp response from Moscow, which accuses Kiev of ignoring the rights of Russian speakers, a charge debunked last week in a special report prepared by the United Nations Human Rights Office. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov and his American counterpart, John Kerry, hammered out a one-page agreement on April 17th designed to de-escalate tensions in eastern Ukraine, where government buildings have been captured by Kremlin-backed militias. Pro-Russian activists have so far disregarded calls to leave the occupied buildings and continue to guard barricades on roads entering the cities of Slavyansk and Kramatorsk. Some residents of Slavyansk believe it is inevitable that their Donetsk province will leave Ukraine.
I think there is never going to be a united Ukraine, so I guess it needs to be split, as they say. Some will go to the European Union, some to Russia.
Ukraine's Secret Service said last week that it had arrested 10 members of Russia's State Intelligence Directorate and has barred entry to more than 10,000 Russian men following a string of violent building takeovers in the Kharkiv, Lugansk, and Donetsk regions during March. Putin on April 17th denied the Russian Special Forces' presence in eastern Ukraine.
That's rubbish. There are no Russian troops in southeast Ukraine. There are no special services. There are no trainers. Those are all local citizens.
As Ukrainians celebrate the Easter holiday, most people remain uncertain about the future of their country. Few, though, doubt that the crisis will soon be resolved.